Oh, hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me see if this is... Yes, I think we are live. Yes, indeed. Indeed. 1 second here. We should be... hola a todos, hola a todos. Hoy es stream en español. Esta entrada la expliqué en el stream de Raya. Lamentablemente ocurrió ahí, así que no tengo nada que agregarle, pero así la voy a explicar con más detalles. Ok, dame un momentito. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando aquí? Girl, ok. Oh, wow. Wow. 61 pips. This is beautiful. Hermosísima, hermosísima operación el día de hoy. Yo voy a tomar ganancias. Sí, voy a tomar ganancias aquí. Hermosa operación del oro. Denme un momentito. Tengo que asegurarme de que... hay algo solamente que no estoy seguro. Ok, aquí está. Bien, vamos, como decía, vamos a explicar todo esto porque ya honestamente no hay mucho que hacerle a ese mercado. Ya es un tema de a partir de acá. Pum, pum, pum. Vamos a poner esto aquí. Esa es mi perrita. Otra cosa que me faltaba aquí es... Vamos a ver si esto ya funciona mejor. Voy a explicar el asunto este. Ok. I'm about to explain the cells. It's not really that difficult to explain. No está nada difícil. Let me see. Okay. Hey Sanjam, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
All good.
This was really great and gold short trade.
The what?
On 5 minutes, you sold gold. This
Yes,
one was
because I was waiting for
yeah.
this rejection here. This is a strong, really strong zone.
Oh,
And I don't like counter trending, but then I'm learning that, counter trends make sense when you... Oh, nice. Now I have a... Wait, give me 1 second.
okay, okay.
Give me 1 second. There we go. Hey, Martin. Mi hermano, brother, how's it going? Yes, yes, much more easy. Estoy más acostumbrado ahora con lo de los 5 minutos. Wait, give me 1 second. ¿Qué pasa acá? Yeah. Yes, I'm getting more used to it, but it has to be based on key levels, right? Like I'm not selling willy-nilly. I have to be key levels being met, and this here gave it away. This was COMEX opening, and COMEX opening came back to liquidity zone, tap into it, flipped, closed like this. That was the dead giveaway for me. It was way too, it was too obvious, right? This is COMEX opening, a lot of volume, retest of the liquidity zone, closure below, getting ready for NYSE. And it was like, no, you know what? This is a sell because this is not going to hold. And there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, I should be taking more profits here. Gonna take a little bit more here. And I think, there we go. I've been taking profits, like I took partials here, 50%, took 50% right here when we tapped here, took another 50% here. So I'm dismounting. And at this point, I think we're gonna reach my TP, right? Yeah, there you go. Yes, nice. I mean, I'm sorry that I didn't start this on the stream. Lo siento que no pude hacer esto en el stream en vivo. Because it happened before the stream. What can I say? But if you want to see this, and not honestly, I didn't even explain it because that was Raja's stream. I don't like to overtake him. You know, that's his stream. I don't like to be. But if it would have been mine, I would have said it like I always do. Hey, guys, I'm going to enter here, blah, 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 and explain the whole thing. So now I can only explain what I did, you know, ahead of time. It's not that not much I can do. Oh, wow. 74 pips. Whew. Nice. About to hit TP here. Should I close here? This is the ego push. Gonna close here. Boom. Done. No more ego push for me. I'm done. Even though it's most likely gonna hit here. I like it. 5 hour. Oh, there you go. But it's okay. I'm done here. Wow, what a nice day. I love it.
I was waiting for 30 minutes to make lower wick for gold buys, but it didn't happen.
Yes. Wow, I love this beginning of this week. Man, oh man. Oh, this is so good. I could stop trading this week. Yeah, because I went full position here and full position here. By the way, even though the entry was here, I took I decided to, when I executed, I took like another entry here, but this one was bigger this morning, and this is where I TP'd. Because what I did was this 1 hour. So this is today's 2 trades. Only 2 trades today. Yesterday, big trade from here.
Yeah, Asian session.
Yes. I think it was here that I entered, something like that. Stop loss was kept right here. By the way, TP this morning finished the move. I had it all the way up to this level. So that 4 hour is where it ended. So I woke up, it was done here. So this was yesterday, Asia. There you go. This is everything I've done today, since yesterday and today. So esto es todo lo que yo he hecho desde ayer hasta hoy. Okay, entry here, boom. Little more buys here, boom. Counter trend, boom. Now we can wait from here. I think from here you could actually buy. Okay, so desde aquí yo creo que se puede comprar si rechazamos esto. Okay, if we reject this, and if, I'm not gonna do it anymore, but if we reject this, we could actually buy from here to continue going up for the rest of the day. But then for that to happen, let me see what's going on here. And this one I explained, this thing here I explained in the weekly outlook, okay? So esto yo lo expliqué en el weekly outlook, okay? Look for the video I uploaded yesterday before market opening, and you will see why I took this buys, okay? Miren el video de que antes de mercado abrir y van a ver por qué yo tomé esta compra. Okay, so if I were looking for buy orders today, seems like the level to be watching for is actually down here. Actually, it's like, yeah, it could be this one. It could be actually this one. That previous strong resistance. Okay, not necessarily this. So we would have to see what happens here. So we might keep falling today down to here. So yeah, this is a stronger level. Oh, look at that. Así que ya está sales. So ahora mismo es counter trend day, ¿ok? Hoy es correction day. 9 a.m. You see? Almost NYSE. We are bullish, so let's start from the beginning. Do you trade based on the 5 minutes? Yes, I'm doing that more. I didn't before, but people literally saw me evolving in the last month, month and a half, to take more trades on the 5 minutes on Forex. I do take trades on 5 minutes on another market, but not Forex. So, yes. Recently, I've been doing 5 minutes, more and more and more. But I also confirm with the 30-minute. Here, look at this. Look at this. I took early 5-minute entries. This closure here told me my sales were really good. We felt really bad, really nice. But if you wanted to take this, then this was your entry. I just took it earlier. That's why I'm loving the 5-minute setups like this last night. Well, I mean, this one was a confluence. This was like the break of the previous 30-minute with the 5-minute confirmation. So this is like a combination of things. And now, yeah, well, it's been really nice. I really hope I can see something live and during NYSE so that we can call maybe like a trade idea, since I'm not gonna trade anymore. Let me close this thing. I'm not gonna fall for it. Let me close. Sanjam is gonna keep me accountable. I'm closing the MetaTrader. Officially closed. Yeah. There you go. I don't care what I see. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I will not do this. For sure. Here and here. Let me see what happened here. No trades taken here. Taken here. Ok. Ok. Cerré el MetaTrader, ok. Porque yo honestamente ya estoy ready con esto. Let me see. $55. Yeah, so hi Joe, could you give a breakdown on how you set up to start new session? Thanks. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Remove. Let's do it on the black one. So, to be honest, I cheat the markets because I always have my higher time frame view. Okay, I have this. I have this. So that's why I cheat the markets. Meaning, I do keep always my most important key levels on the weekly marked. Those gray areas, the most important levels for me are those in a week. Um, Throughout the week, see, rejection from here is driving price up to this next gray area. So that's why I keep bullish bias until we see this. Now, today I changed the bias because this red thing for the intraday is the most important level for me, right? Whenever I see this happening, this here, you see this? This is a rejection of the structure. This is a wick. So I still think today we might see a push up, just so you know, based on what I'm looking at, all the way up to here, to be honest. All the way up to here. I think this is the limit of the zone right here. So I think today we might see 1867.5 still. I think today from here we still could see 18. Why? Because if you look left, you're gonna always have the hint to the left. See, price when it came up, typically it would get here. Now, there was one day it did this. So I know that, and now I keep that in mind, but it was still tapped into here. But look, this wick here came all the way down here, all before we came up here. So between today and tomorrow, I am expecting, we are down here. And remember, this is the line that I was talking about, right? So I can actually do this. I can actually remove this one. This is the reference. So I know that price could come down all the way to here still. Actually, we already came from here. So today we could see again a visit up here, number one. Number two, if we don't get there today, tomorrow, we might see a visit down here and still come up. Why? Because price tends to repeat itself. Simple, right? So this is me cheating the markets, quote unquote. So that's why I keep my bias, even though I lose sometimes, right? Like I think I lost Friday. Friday was it? Yeah, I think Friday I lost one trade, and I was on a roll. I was winning everything on lives, and I lost that one. So you will lose. Which one was it? I remember I lost a buy. So this is the trend, right? I go for the daily zones. So the most important thing to me is watch out for daily zones where price has rejected structures, right? You mark them. Now they are your reference. Now you can do this, come to the, like a clean chart or whatever. So now I have my bias clear that I'm looking for buys. Now, I have to keep in mind that we are on a bearish weekly trend, right? Look at this. We are on a bearish weekly trend. Now, the only thing that I will do with that information, actually, before I forget, let me remove the sounds for when people join. Where's that thing? Here we go. There you go. Okay, so what I will do with this information is I will keep in mind that we are correcting the bearish impulse on the weekly, but that also if I see a structure forming throughout the week or the day, that we might be in the presence of the reversal of the weekly to continue the monthly, because quite interestingly enough, monthly is bullish. I know it sounds complicated, but it's just how I see the market. Like, I keep in mind that we're bullish on the higher time frame. This is monthly, right? This is just the correction candle, as explained in the weekly outlook. Now, if I'm looking for sales as a swing trader, I'm gonna look for key levels. We are not there yet, by the way. We are not there yet. If I were looking for sales as a swing trader, my sales would come from 1875 level. You can see that clearly. Why? Because if you look left, we rejected this structure here and this structure here to perfection. And this is the weekly levels. Okay, so if I were to sell as a swing trader, Raya said it today, he was right. If you're swinging, you're gonna take like three three trades a week is actually a lot for one pair as a swing trader, because sometimes you don't get the setup until like at the end of the week, the beginning, whatever, and you get one setup per week, many times. So as a swing trader, I'm expecting this level to be met, be rejected, to see if I'm gonna sell this at least down to here, take profits here, half a percentage, and then leave a runner in case we visit here. That's in case we visit here, because I'm not trying to predict this thing. I'm just waiting for a reaction from here to sell it and take profits along the way, and keep it going. Now, daily for the intraday, I know that we are bullish. Why? Simple, because we broke above this previous resistance, and we grab liquidity from a major zone on the daily, right? So now for the intraday, I keep it bullish. Like I said yesterday, as we open the market here, if you watch the anybody in, I don't know, Spanglish, I really hope everybody knows Spanish, and I'm gonna have to do, I mean English. If not, I'm gonna have to redo this in Spanish anyways. So, as before we opened the market, I said that I was quite bullish all the way up to here, and that from here I wanted to see what was gonna happen. So this could look like a fake out, right? Uh, Look at this candle, the 4 hour closed below this zone, right? So this could actually be a fake out on the 4 hour that could prompt this to fall back to this, and who knows even here, because this is still a key level on the daily. Look, all this level down here from where we broke, is still a level where we could correct even if we're gonna continue going up. So I keep that reference in mind. I have all of that in my head, but there's one big reference that I'm keeping also, just in case. So this is more relevant to me than the other one, which is typically when we tap into this level. If you look left, you look at the line here. Typically, price likes to actually tap here, where you see all of the candle wicks, candle bodies, everybody closing. This is 1867, which I keep mentioning, before we actually have a major fall. So now my bias remains bullish as we hold this level, remains bullish if we hold this level, changes. Yeah, let me go to the 1 hour. There you go. If we reject here, that would mean this should be, a good buy entry early. If you could look for it maybe on the 5 minute or whatever. Look, this is actually flipping. This is actually giving a setup to continue going down. If this closes like this, look, I'm not gonna take any more. I closed. I promised I was not gonna take any more entries, but continuations here is printing. Wow, this is nice. So you see this, if this closes like this below here, it's a continuation entry. But anyways, I'm not gonna take it. This is a strong level, by the way, so be careful with this. What is this? This is London push. Look, London push did all of this and rejected down from here. So this is, all of this is a liquidity area, but you're getting the continuation pattern here. So anyways, that means that there's a better probability that we could actually keep falling. So let's say I would have held like a small runner, should have done that, but it's okay. From here we could reject. If we reject from here today, we could actually see NYSE pushing all the way up to here, even the level that I said, 67. And from there, if I see 67 again, then I'm gonna be flipping again to look for sales, just like I did today. But it has to make sense. Like, I don't really like to do counter trends. I even said it on Raja stream. I don't like counter trending, but today was like a little bit too obvious, because today we had this happening here, right? This is pre-NY, but look at this nice rejection, and then this setup is a setup that typically tips towards the top of the structure, but for whatever reason, and Comex opening did this and closed like this. Comex is a really strong push typically, so when it did this against the same liquidity area, it was like too obvious to me. And I don't do counter trends, but that one was like way too easy. So that's it. So yeah, what I do is context trading. I don't have like I do context trading. I it's a little bit harder to explain, but it's easy to implement, which is keep in mind where the structure is, go with the structure if possible, and if there's a key level being met, like here, see? Okay, so we can do this. Look, this is a really strong 4 hour level. Look at left. Many weeks rejecting all of this, major week rejecting here. So from here, if you're gonna counter trend, make sure that you're as close as possible from this level so that you have enough space to be wrong, right? Very nice explanation, but it's more of a visualization of the market. Comes with experience and backtesting. Amen, brother. Exactly. Gotta backtest. I always say backtest to me is the holy grail. Backtest to me is the holy grail of you getting the market right. So yeah, context matters. So we are from a kilo. So let me give you maybe the most important tip I could give anybody. Watch for price. Watch for price levels where the structure is being rejected, and from where the structure has moved aggressively. Watch for key levels from where the structure has moved aggressively. Mark those zones. Those are your interest points of or points of interest, whatever you want to call them. And if you are there and you see a reaction from there, typically that should give you a nice, for example, that should give you like a nice reference. For example, look at this. From here, we did this. From here, we did this, right? So this is a really important key level, right? From here, we came here, did this. Now, price tends to, tends to do this, which is trespass, what we would call a level, and this is why I call the zones are elastics, like elastic bands, right? It's gonna like do this, but still respect the level and close below it. Now, here I keep my bullish bias because we are at the level. So I know we could either come here, around here, or from here. So a buy order from here would actually make sense because we're still bullish. Okay, so even though we broke below this little 30-minute support here and all of this, and we explained this, I mean, Raja explained this, right? And I confirmed it for my analysis, right? But he's better than me at that. I mean, at least way more seasoned than me, trader. But this sale was explained. This made sense up to and down to here. From here, if you see like, look again. Now we're looking at this. So whatever happens here towards 9:30, which we are 5 minutes away from, whatever you see happening here that forms another structure like this morning was so easy. This is so easy. This is exactly what I would look for. So you see this closing like this. You see another like by 10 a.m. If you see by 10 a.m. another structure on the 5 minute forming, then that should prompt like a continuation bias, and maybe that's the one that pushes price up to 67 that I keep mentioning around here, whatever. Yeah. And then maybe this from here to here is the one that brings price up here, and then from here maybe we have the bigger correction throughout the week and stuff like that. So that's how I see the market. Like, okay, we are at an interest point. What is the main bias? The main bias is bullish. So whatever that looks like a buy should be a good buy. Okay, so that's how I see the market. So right now we are at that key level, simple and clear. Look, right here, same place, 15-minute, 30-minute. Everybody's looking and kind of confirming that, wow, the same level, confirming all the time frames, right? So what do? We wait. We wait for a confirmation. This is not a confirmation for me. And I'm learning more and more about the 5 minutes, but this is still not a confirmation. So what a confirmation would look like, it would look like this right here is a high. Now another visit down here for me, maybe, and then again, NYSE moves so aggressively that maybe I'm gonna miss it. Like if we go from here upwards and we don't have any type of structure. But if I see a structure forming, then then I could execute. Like maybe if we form something that looks like this and starts bouncing from here on the 5 minute, maybe I execute that trend line all the way up towards here because my bias today is still bullish, right? Like this one. This one, I did this, by the way, on my MetaTrader. People that saw my MetaTrader notice I had this. So that's why I bought here, all the way up to here, took profit. This is a hyper scalping. This is 5 minute scalping from here to here, close. Hyper scalping to me, is just a term. To me, is anything that I take that I'm willing to close at 10 pips, 20 pips, 40 pips, quick, and get out of it quick. So this is hyper scalping to me, and this is more like a scalping day trade. And then we had this, right? And then at the same time, we, for whatever reason, tapped into the level, close below the trend line, took it, boom. Yes, I do use trend lines. Before I get that question, of course. I use everything because I teach everything. I mean, I learned everything. So, anything that works for you, it's fine. I So en español, sorry, I have to explain this in Spanish really quick. So lo que estaba diciendo es ahora el breakdown. Miren, cuando vemos a la izquierda, vemos este nivel en la estructura diaria. Para mí la estructura diaria más importante es este nivel que está acá. Yo veo dónde el precio se movió en la estructura. Esto es una estructura. Entonces vemos un rechazo hasta acá. Entonces cuando tomo la referencia veo que el precio, ahora mismo estamos aquí, pero no hemos tocado este nivel. Entonces mi punto de interés es, ups, here. Mi punto de interés va a ser este nivel de aquí, ¿ok? No hemos tocado aquí, apenas nos quedamos acá. Entonces, nos quedamos acá. Pero como estamos acá, es probable que lo próximo que podamos ver hoy, y eso es la parte que yo estaría buscando, es cualquier soporte que se forme acá o acá o acá. Miren, esta mecha aquí, miren este soporte aquí. So, desde que lleguemos a esta zona, si llegamos a esta zona o desde esta zona, puede ser que veamos una continuación. Lo único que en la diaria no se ve. Entonces, lo que yo hago es, cuando no la veo en la diaria, me voy al de 4 horas, veo si veo algo. En 4 horas, mírenlo ahí. Entonces se ve en 4 horas, ok, tengo una buena referencia. Como tengo este nivel ahora en 4 horas, mírenlo aquí, todo esto que está aquí. Entonces cualquier soporte que se forme aquí puede ser que sea el soporte que yo ando buscando para la continuación. Si se forma un soporte aquí, para la continuación hacia arriba, y probablemente sea la que me lleve el precio a este nivel que yo estoy observando aquí. La semana pasada yo estaba esperando este nivel, sin embargo se me quedó en esta zona. O sea que esto puede hacer exactamente lo mismo. Y luego este quiebre de acá ocurrió 3 sesiones después. O sea que puede ser que esto haga esto otra vez, haga esto, y entonces sea esta la que suba. O sea que ya yo tengo todo esto en mente, en mi cabeza, en base a lo que el precio hizo en el pasado. So, always the reference is whatever price did in the past, that's my reference, right? Ok, so esa es mi referencia. Lo que sea que el precio haya hecho en el pasado, eso es lo que yo pretendo buscar, a ver si lo va a hacer. Manteniendo el punto más importante es la parcialidad principal. Ahora mismo estamos aquí. Tenemos esto aquí. 4 hour. Reject the structure, and now we're rejecting. So from here, might be a nice entry for buys today up to here. Here, important key level. Up here. But from here to here, everything is important. But this is red. Daily. Next more important level we have down below here. Look. Here, here, here. This is 4 hour. And this is a zone of liquidity. So that's it. So simple. Today is bias. I'm still biased today, okay? So yo todavía hoy estoy parcializado a la compra. I'm still biased towards buys, okay? Even though we had this fall. Now, if we break below here, continuation down should be okay. Small range, by the way, not so attractive. If we see a liquidity happening from here down to here and flipping and closing above here, rest of the day, anybody looking for more buys, that should be easy. Okay, so si vemos que el precio se mete, por ejemplo, hoy NYSE, and oh, look at that, we just opened NYSE. So if we see NYSE opening, grabbing liquidity from here, coming closing back inside this range, easier buys. Okay, but yeah, I'm still biased. I'm still bullish, biased, even though I sold, and I took profits here. Everybody noticed? Look at this. This is where I took profits. Look. Why did I take profits here? Because this is a major zone. Same reason. So I don't know if we're gonna fall from here because we are on a bullish trend. So I'm just gonna any sales in a bullish market typically are short-lived. Okay, so you don't want to hold sales on a bullish market. Not as much as if you would do a buy entry. Okay, we're right here. Let's see. Look, nice structure. Now we could see a 5-minute coming down here. If we see another 5-minute coming down here, closing above here, forming a little bit of a support around this area, could be triggered for another buy continuation entry. And yeah, that should be it. That would be it for the rest of the day. So eso sería la entrada del resto del día. Si yo veo una formación de 5 minutos ahí. Before I forget, let me do some. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I have to do this. So if anybody has a pair that is looking an idea, you're welcome to share that idea here. We are all learning. Until I said to myself, until I am not making 100K like Raja in one day, I'm still not a trader. And not 100K, more like I would like to see if I can consistently double my account. That's what I want to see now. That's my new goal. Not only become a profitable. It's just something, I decided to see if I can achieve. It doesn't matter if it is. So let me say this for anybody starting, so that they don't go through the same frustration I was coming to when I was learning. Forget about the amount. Forget about the amount and focus on consistency. Focus on consistency. Focus on being consistent with the market. It doesn't matter if it is $100, if it is $1,000, if it is $1 million.
Joel, can you go to GJ?
Yeah.
30-minute chart. Can you explain me this candle, this bullish candle?
That bullish candle at a top of a structure when it doesn't break the previous one typically means this that just happened, by the way. You're gonna see this many times. Actually, I talked about that same bullish candle. We talked about it like a week ago, I think it was.
Yeah. You don't like this bullish candle?
No,
because
I don't
next next candle drives down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing I was thinking, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked about that specific one.
Yeah. Today is a very good example.
Yes. Thank you for bringing it
Yeah.
up. I don't like it because of
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, this candle may look like this in this trade and this broker, and then may look like something else in another broker. This looks more like a sell from here than a buy, because we had 1 and 2 rejections and we are an NYSE, so this is high volume. So this looks more like a sell from here than a buy entry. Look at the 5 minute too. As we break below here, this should push price aggressively down to here. I'm not taking this. I'm not gonna be FOMO into this thing. But yeah, it looks more like a sell, at least. I mean, so far. So that's why I don't care about doing this live. You know why? Because I don't care if I'm wrong. Because I just follow the market, right? Market is telling me 1, 2 big rejection. Typically means from here, nice sell from here. Really looks like a nice sell from here if I were looking at this. And if I look at this, doing what we just said. So this is a continuation. This is not the best entry. Best entry was here. And if you want like a confirm entry, it would have been here. This one. Even right at the level. This is better because it's closer to the key. Oh, so this is a good example. This is an interest area. Look at this. So the better entries will always come from the interest point. So we are at the zone. Whatever you take around here that looks like a sell and you have a confirmation 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 4 rejections. Go for it, because probabilities are on your side for that counter trend specifically. And also, other than these 2 pairs, what else do you trade? I can offer financial instrument be traded the same way, and can other financial instrument? Yes, they can be traded the same as long as you backtest, because they can be traded the same because the concepts will apply if you're using the way I see the market, which is the context. But the entries on the candles may look different. Look, sell just happening. Look at this. But the context matters way more than anything else. And then the candles may actually look different. So you want to backtest that thing before you do anything else, right? But context always matters more than anything. Context is, give me 1 second. Spanglish now. Man, we have to do. So ahora estamos haciendo Spanglish, because I don't know why my people from the Latino community, they just don't get excited about trade. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I wish more Latinos would be excited about trading, but hey, what can we do? Man, oh man. There we go. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at the sales. So nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna be FOMO'd in, but just the sales were there. I closed my MetaTrader. I promised I wasn't gonna do that. Oh, Adagón, nice, excelente. Tenemos a alguien de Dominicana. Carajo, ¿dónde están los dominicanos? ¿Dónde están los latinos? ¿Dónde están los latinos? ¿Dónde están los latinos? Mierda. Qué tacaños son los latinos con esto. Con esto del trading. Man, oh man. Give me 1 second here. Da, 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 da. To 11 a.m. Forgot to do this. Almost forgot to do this. Yo desde León. Oh, Franco, brother. Desde León, Guanajuato, México. Yes. De Uruguay. Tengo posición larga en oro. Necesito ayuda. Posición. Hey, presente. John. Luciano. Emanuel. ¿Cómo así? Tengo una posición larga. Oh, tú compraste el oro. Look. De aquí a aquí. Miren el movimiento y ahora miren la agresividad. Pero honestamente, ok. Posición larga desde dónde? Desde aquí. Larga en español es compra. Long. Hey, Pascal, dímelo. Oh, tenemos un dominicano aquí, excelente. Perdón, Pascal, tú no eres dominicano. Sí, ¿qué es lo que es eso de dominicano? Tú puedes hablar, Pascal. Suizo dominicano. Ah, makes sense. Por el qué es lo que. John, tú me puedes prender el aire, please. Un poquito. Miren, ahí viene el setup. Mírenlo ahí. Ahí viene el setup de oro de continuar comprando. Probablemente, ¿ok? ¿Cuál sería el setup? Él tendría que respetar esto. Él tendría que respetar este nivel de acá. Hacer algún tipo de cierre aquí. Miren, 2 minutos. Si esta vela. Wow, esta vela no es muy buena para ese setup, ¿ok? Miren, esta vela, miren esta. Esta vela a veces se come esto. No esta, sino la que le sigue. Porque esta vela está envolviendo todo esto. Sin embargo, si esto cierra encima de todo esto, no, desde los 165, desde 165, 165, 165. Tú dices 1865, Luciano. Desde acá arriba. Desde acá. Uy, uy, uy. Miren, esto, si no, si esta vela, como dije, es muy agresiva. Si se come este nivel de acá, entonces la continuación de venta desde acá son más probables, ¿ok? Entonces, aunque estamos buscando potencialmente las compras, hay que ver si esto se mete acá y rechaza. Y hay que esperar que esto cierre la vela. Si esta vela de 5 minutos cierra así, hay peligro, hay que aguantarse porque esta vela es muy sólida. Ahora, si esta vela recoge todo esto y cierra allá arriba, entonces hay más probabilidades, faltan 1 minuto. Si ahora se recoge entera y cierra acá arriba, pues hay más probabilidades de que la compra se dé. ¿Ok? Okay, so be careful with this. If this retraces the last minute, yes, like it's doing right now. If this retraces the last minute and closer like around here, maybe we are in the presence of the setup forming. Now, you would have to wait for the other one to tap again into this thing and maybe go for it. So the easier buys here would be if you have another wick coming down here and you break above here and you continue this, a small push from here. Should be really fairly easy. But if you want like an early entry, it should be like around here, stop loss below here, and blah, 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 all of that, right? Like here, yeah, closed above, see? So this is the early entry number one. So the only thing I don't like about this, which is I would prefer for the closure, for the break above this is an engulfing candle. So I don't like this for buying from here, even though this is a setup. So this is the setup for early entry here. But I don't like the engulfing thing. So I would actually prefer if this creates like another candle here. Then the next candle, like a bullish one, but that respects this. And then, like at the last one, you stop. Luciano, 18867. Sí, perdón. Lawson go buy stop at. Buy stop at 775. Wait. 1867, Luciano. Wait. You have to wait for this. This is still not the setup. because this is an engulfing one. So you don't want to buy an engulfing candle, okay? Um, you want to wait it out. This was not an engulfing candle. Look at this. This is not an engulfing candle. The one from this morning, look, this is not engulfing. This didn't engulf this one. This is a weak bearish candle. This is a strong bearish candle. This is not the same. This could actually lead to breaking this level, like I said earlier. So you want to wait it out. 1865 is all the way out. So you have a buy from here. Tú tienes una compra desde aquí, Luciano. Oh, you bought the top. You bought the top. Whew. Okay, so this is, so the only thing I can tell you is, if you bought the top and you don't, if this doesn't go with your plan, get out of it. Okay, si esto no va con tu plan, salte. O sea, you should have a plan. So this is how it should work, right? This is how it should work. By the way, I make mistakes all the time. Okay, so this is not, we just have to learn from it. If you enter a trade, you should know exactly where you would be out of it. Si tú entras en una operación, tú deberías saber exactamente dónde que tú te saldrías de la operación. ¿Ok? Si tú vas a estar en una operación, si tú estás en una operación, tú deberías saber exactamente en qué lugar tú te saldrías de la operación. Always. 100% of the time, you should have your exit strategy clear. At 100% of the time, you should know where to get out. 100% de las veces debemos saber dónde nos saldríamos. Because if you're this is the danger zone, right? Because if you bought here, this is the limit that I'm waiting for today. Maybe 1867. So if you bought here and you're all the way down here, look at the R. Look at this. Look at this. 0.1 R. This is not a good idea. I wouldn't, yeah. And you don't even know if you're gonna fall harder down to here or even down to here. So you don't know that. So you can blow an account like that. Espero salir en 60, compensar con un corto a ese nivel. Bueno, yo te recomendaría que si tú no estás, esto puede ser que regrese hoy, pero eso es un puede ser. Yo siempre digo, es mejor esperar que el mercado reaccione, no predecirlo, porque no, de verdad, nadie sabe si él regresa hoy aquí y aquí, si cuando viene a ver lo hace mañana o si nunca lo hace. Lo único que podemos esperar es que reaccione de aquí. Pero entonces si se te come, mira, ya ahí hace rato pasó de la, yo esa compra ahí la hubiese cerrado desde el momento que quebró esto abajo. Automático, sin importar lo que pase, porque ahora mismo esta es la sesión de apertura de Nueva York. So, si tú ves que esto quiebra debajo es porque se va a meter aquí. Look, it's pushing down. So this could break this thing in as the moment you see this breaking below that wick here, boom, next level right here, 49. So you're screwed if you hold that thing. Now if it flips from here, then you're good to go. But we're still correcting, we're still correcting, and we don't have any confirmation yet. Now we may have a confirmation. Like for example, if this thing rejects yet again here, closes back up here, next one is bullish, but look, close down here. Now next one is bullish, closes up here, might be a better one, but I don't see big wicks rejecting here yet, which is something I typically look for on the 5-minute. This, you see this? This is telling you I want to go up. Those rejections here. Let me see if I find that yet again. So you see, look, big wicks on the 5-minute coming to the same level, big wick again, then you buy here, boom. Look, big wicks on the down end against the level, you go up. Same thing over and over. You look for that and you should be fine. That's what I'm doing with the 5-minute thing. But yeah, if you bought the top, si tú compraste el top, Be careful. I wouldn't hold that thing so long. But hey, you know, if you backtest that thing and it gives you money, you know, good for you. But that's, yeah, I would. That's not the optimal. That's not the optimal setup at all. Yep, I would be concerned.
GJ rejected very hard.
GG. Oh, nice. So this, you see, as you break above here, nice buys continuation. 1, 2, 3, 4. High volume time frame. This is gonna go up. That like 90% chance. 90% chance this blows. This explodes. As the moment you see this wick, man, that's a setup. Ah, shit. And I'm done trading. I would wait. The moment I would wait. So, look, this is 10 minutes away. I wouldn't take it right here. I would wait for the closure here and think in 15 minutos hay news. Oh, okay. So in 15 minutes there's news. Maybe that's why. Thank you, Pascal. Gracias, Pascal. So, let me see. That's a setup, but not with news. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so look, this without news is a buy setup. This is what I call the continuation setup. Right here. Right here, if you as this thing 7 minutes away, wow, it might explode hard. Oh, look at that thing. Whoa. Wow, that's a nice buy right there. Too bad I'm done today. But if there's news, then that's tricky. If there's news, I wouldn't take this. Like, I wouldn't care. So honestly, I don't care about that buy. Like, even if I was trading, I wouldn't care, because this, even though this is a nice, this could be literally a fake out to fall harder. So this here with news, not a good idea. Not for me. Not for me. I don't know if you guys trade that thing. I don't trade like with news. So I wouldn't take this buy. I would actually wait for this candle to close above, wait out the news. Yeah. So esto no es una buena idea de tomar esta compra. Yo haría yo esperaría, porque tienen noticias, como dice Pascal, tiene noticias ahora. Entonces yo esperaría esa noticia. Yo no opero noticias. Entonces yo esperaría que esto que está aquí pase la noticia, cierre arriba, y entonces yo tomaría, si yo estuviese buscando compra, una compra ahí. Pero ahora mismo no es buena idea, aunque parece una compra, una continuación de compra, porque la noticia puede hacer que esto haga una locura y que desde aquí se caiga, porque de verdad que las noticias hacen todo lo que le da la gana. El oro yo creo que es más fácil hoy. Oh, look. Ok, el oro. Let me see. Miren, el oro ahora sí está, mírenlo ahí, ahora está haciendo rechazo. So, lo que sea que quiebre aquí, pues sería la continuación de la compra para el resto del día. Ya, esto está más fácil. So, el oro, desde que cierre, este es el closure de la 1 hour. Ok, esta es la 1 hour closure. Esta es la cierre de 1 hora. So, entonces tenemos este nivel aquí, look. Tenemos este nivel aquí en 1 hora. Formado, miren, y empujó hasta casi 60 y rechazó. Entonces estamos contra el nivel mayor del pasado, donde el precio había revisitado. Entonces ya desde aquí Steven Lara, pero no es en pero no es en español. Ah, perdón. Sí, 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 es Spanglish, porque imagínate, más de la mitad se conecta, más de la mitad que viene al canal siempre me preguntan en inglés. Entonces ya me tuve que acostumbrar, porque es como si los que hablan español no les interesa aprender. Si me preguntan en español, yo prefiero eso, porque este stream es en español, pero ya yo le llamo Spanglish por eso, porque la mayoría de las preguntas son en inglés. Si tú ves los streams en español, muy poca gente como que ni siquiera está atenta, no sé qué les pasa a los latinos. El momento que esto quiebra arriba de esto, o cierre con una de 5 minutos arriba, pues debería ser una buena compra. Pero miren, faltan 5 minutos para el cierre de la hora. Pero ya aquí, mira, aquí hay un buen soporte. Uno, dos, contra un nivel importante. Ya esto en teoría, pues ya sería una buena compra. En teoría ya aquí sí. Aquí sí ya parece que hay una buena compra. Pero vuelvo y les digo, todo mientras más cerca de la zona, mejor. Si ustedes compran esta zona y se pierde, por ejemplo, esta es una mejor compra que si nos ponemos a, por ejemplo, a tratar de vender la zona sin tener la confirmación en una contratendencia. No sé si me doy a entender. O sea, vender esto desde acá, venderlo, solamente porque caímos ahora en la apertura de Nueva York. Claro, visitamos una zona fuerte, pero no hemos tocado el tope. Desde acá es peor idea que comprar, porque la tendencia principal sigue siendo alcista. ¿Ok? Entonces, todo lo que parezca una compra va a ser mejor idea. Todo lo que parezca compra va a ser mejor idea. Nada más hay que esperar que se cierre esa vela de una hora tranquilita, a ver si se aguanta arriba de esto, todo eso. Entonces tenemos gente de México, Uruguay. ¿De dónde, de qué otros lugares hay personas acá? Uh, Brasil. I think this is not gonna hold. Yo creo que esto parece que no va a aguantar. Miren, vamos a ver si aguanta, pero está como metiéndole presión al nivel. This is making a lot of pressure towards the level. España, so tenemos mucha gente de otros lugares. Brasil, España. Perdón, que aquí no se veía el Zoom chat. Enrique es de Brasil. Elías. Eso es Elías. España. Está a punto de cerrar la vela. Ok, una hora. ¿Cómo va a cerrar una hora? Va a cerrar bajista. Todavía eso no es tan bonita para comprar. Entonces hay otra cosa. Miren, hoy, si se fijan, hoy yo puedo esperar que haya alguna vela que cierre más cerca del nivel. O sea que todavía no veo la compra. Porque yo esperaría que esto cierre más cerca del nivel. Miren, en el pasado esto formó un nivel sólido. Que de hecho lo hizo aquí también antes del empuje. Entonces, esta vela sería buenísimo si cierra más cerca del nivel, mete la otra vela, mete una mecha, la mecha rechaza y este es el límite del rechazo aquí. Mírenlo ahí, cuando hicimos el límite del rechazo aquí, cerca del límite de este. O sea que a partir de ese momento sería buena idea. 15 minutos no se ve tan bien, lamentablemente. Media hora todavía no se ve bien. 15 minutos no se ve bien. 5 minutos es el único que más o menos se está viendo. Pero todavía, miren lo que ha ocurrido acá. Lo que yo dije esta mañana, miren. Esta es la última resistencia de 5 minutos. Este es el último soporte de 5 minutos. Perdón, el penúltimo. Este soporte ahora está un poquito más alto. Sí. Ahora, si esto quiebra esto que está aquí, perdón, si esto quiebra esto y cierra arriba de esto que está aquí, entonces la continuación es más probable. Pero él tendría que cerrar arriba de esto que formó aquí, luego de haber formado este soporte. Y eso es literalmente un bajo, alto, bajo más alto, continuación de alto más alto aquí. Entonces haría así, pum, 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 para la continuación. Pero miren el cierre justo arriba de la zona. De hecho, yo sé de amigos míos que ya hubiesen entrado aquí. Pero vuelvo y repito, practiquen los setups porque eso es algo que yo he estado practicando el último mes. Y todavía no es mi estilo principal de trading, ¿ok? Esto todavía no es mi estilo principal. Mi estilo principal es con confirmación. Por ejemplo, miren eso. Eso que pasó esta mañana. Esto es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 velas de 15 minutos mirando en un soporte acá. Bueno, esta también ya lo está haciendo. O sea que un quiebre arriba de esto sería una buena continuación de compra. Ya que sí tenemos 1, 2, 3 y esta cerró arriba. Bueno, sí, esa sería la compra en verdad. Perdón, del momento que uno quiebra esto sería una buena compra. Pero desde acá, en caso que ustedes tengan ese cero, no me parece mala idea porque ya hizo 1 y 2 en la zona de soporte fuerte. Lo único que me extraña mucho, honestamente, es que no se metió más abajo. Eso me extraña muchísimo. ¿Qué noticias se esperan hoy? ¿Cambio de tasa de interés de nuevo? No, que yo sepa. Tú dices para GJ. Yo no sé. No sé qué pretenden hacer esta gente aquí. Aquí se acabó mi trade.
Hola Joel, ¿me oyes?
Sí,
Ah, qué bien. Una pregunta. El primer cierre en el 15 minutos que cerró bullish en el 15 minutos, el
sí.
primero, el Gold, ¿no será una buena compra para corregir el...
Sí,
el-
realmente todo esto a mí me parece bueno porque ya esto confirmó el soporte en una zona que yo estaba esperando que lo hiciera. Y si yo estuviese buscando mi compra, yo quizá hubiese metido quizá la compra aquí. ¿Se acuerdan lo que dijimos de que cierra arriba de la última resistencia que había aquí? Y quizá aquí o ahí mismo donde estamos, incluso vamos a decir que la metimos aquí, por poner un ejemplo. Desde aquí, con el stop loss, probablemente la mejor idea sería justo abajo de esto. Es muy probable que meta el precio hasta aquí arriba. Tú ves este nivel aquí, entonces tú por aquí. Entonces desde aquí haría, pero haría sentido ahora. Preferiblemente las compras más cerca de la zona. Por ejemplo, tú ves eso que yo hice aquí esta mañana, es lo que yo prefiero, estar a mi zona, lo más cerca de la zona, porque tengo más espacio para estar equivocado. Por ejemplo, lo mismo pasa aquí. Si
Ujú.
yo decido, y por eso es que lo más importante de todo es estar seguro del nivel. Si yo decido que este es mi nivel, yo tengo espacio para hacer esto. ¿Tú ves? Pero honestamente, a mí me extraña un poquitico nada más que esto no ha visitado aquí abajo. Porque si tú te fijas, aquí es donde la agarraba liquidez. Y yo todavía, esa compra, esa sería la compra y punto. O sea, no hay vueltas ahí. Mira, ya son las 10 lo que dijimos, todo está ahí. Pero honestamente, por alguna razón, yo me siento extraño, un poquito extraño con que el precio no haya visitado este nivel de acá para seguir subiendo. Esto de aquí, esta franja de aquí abajo. Entonces, yo si me siento inseguro no entro la mayoría de las veces. Aún parezca una compra. Por ejemplo, yo esperaría que el precio, yo preferiría si el precio visita esto y eso es lo único que me tiene como muy extrañado. Esta zona de aquí, mira, que yo la tengo de hecho aquí, fíjate. Aquí yo la tengo aquí. O sea, apenas como que tocó, pero mira, ahí la entra, o sea, mira, ahí sí dibujó. Sí, ahí sí dibujó, pero yo me siento extrañado a veces. Si veo algo como que no me gusta, no ejecuto y ya. Y lo dejo para otro día, le hago backtest, veo si, ok, si quizás puedo confiar más en eso. Por lo general, el precio visita los límites antes de moverse al próximo límite. Entonces, yo estoy acostumbrado a eso en mi cabeza, por eso yo no he dicho, yo entraría aquí. Lamentablemente, si se va, se fue. Pero I wouldn't buy, even though this is the setup to continue buying, déjame explicar esto también en inglés. So, the reason why, even though the setup is there, like if I was trading, I would just honestly miss the trade. Is because typically I expect things to happen based on the probabilities, and then when that requirement is met, then I execute. For example, I would expect price that if it wants to come up again, I would expect at least a week or something tapping into. Oh, you know what? We actually, now that I look at it, we tapped into it. It's just that, yeah. So the setup is there, but I would expect price to tap at least here. You see here, this is the limit of the movement that I would expect to tap before we go up. So este es el límite del movimiento donde yo esperaría un tap antes de irnos para arriba. Esto que se ve aquí. So this yellow thing here, this yellow thing. So I would actually miss the continuation or the trade or whatever if I don't see this tap. So I would prefer to see price tapping here first today before I go for a buy. This is not enough for me. So that's what why I wouldn't take it. Like, I would miss this buy. Now, buys above here, easy, right? For continuing. Now, if I'm buying inside of here, I would like to see price first tapping here and then seeing something like this from here to actually buy. But we haven't seen it. So I'm not interested in buys from here. This is the range zone. Yo no compraría dentro de esta zona, esto es rango, hasta que no vea el tap here. This is, esto es 1852 level, okay? 1852 is the level that I would like to see tap before I go for a buy from inside the zone. So si yo veo que el nivel llega aquí y rechaza de aquí, so if I see this rejection from here today, and I were looking for buys, and I see that price coming down here, rejecting from here, maybe I would actually prefer that buy to continue going up. But if not, then I would miss it, and I wouldn't care. Unless you break above here, and above here to continue going up, it also easy. So those are the two options. I either go from the limit and I have to see a tap or whatever, just like this, right? So yo tendría que ver un límite. Por ejemplo, today I sold the top. Why? Because we had the limit visit here. So this is a retest. This makes sense. And for the retest, I'm not really expecting a deep retracement. I just need the tap. Here, we haven't tapped into the limit, so I'm not interested in buys yet, even though we have the setup, by the way. I'm not interested yet because this condition hasn't been met for me. So this is range. Now, if we come here, reject from here, and I was looking for more entries, then from here makes sense. Or if we break above here, it makes sense to me to continue going up. Not inside of here. Inside of here, we could still come down here by 11:30 and still by midday then push up or push down from here. So I'm not interested necessarily in this one. Now, this one is the setup for the buys because this is the level. But to me, you know, looks easier if you just wait for the break above here, closure, blah, blah, boom, boom, boom. But if this is your setup, then that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I don't like to trade if I don't feel that I like the trade. And I just missed many entries. My friends, they take this. My friend would have taken this. I know 2 people would have taken this buy right here, stop loss right below here, and by now he would have been out. Good. You can back test that. So yo te conozco 2 gente que hubiesen tomado la entrada aquí y aquí ya hubiesen tomado profits, stop loss aquí y ya hubiesen estado fuera de la entrada. So hagan backtest y si le funciona el backtest, well, then, you know, nice. So hoy yo lo que haría sería compras aquí. Mira, ahí está quebrando bien. Yo preferiría un cierre. Compras arriba con cierre de vela. Esto es 1857. Here. Or from here. Esto sería lo que yo haría. O esto. O esto. Bro, ¿tienes vivo? Sí. Sí, sí, sí. Tengo en vivos diarios. Ahí está el stream. Ahí está está el horario. Ok, brother. Te veo así, Yusanja. El horario está ahí. Los lunes y los miércoles en español. Los martes, jueves y viernes en inglés. Este canal es Spanglish. Era español, pero imagínate. Y el otro es en inglés puro. Lamentablemente el público en español, vuelvo y repito, está flojísimo. So, por eso tú me ves a veces hablando en inglés, porque entonces me hacen preguntas más en inglés que en español y no lo voy a dejar así sin responder, porque la idea es esa. Miren. Yeah, that's my dog. Ok, hace sentido. Mírenlo ahí. Here. That's it. From here or to here. Let's do this. And that way everything is simple. This is the zone. Toop. This is the other zone. And that's it. Simple. Bro, tiene perfecto. Sirve que aprendamos en inglés. Sí, también así aprenden en inglés. There you go. Mírenlo ahí. Easy. Cannot be easier than that. Y falta el otro escenario que dijimos. O si esto va a ser esto, esto es lo único que nos queda. Y ojo, que este es peligroso porque este es corto, ¿ok? So be careful with cells below here because cells below here are tricky. Cells below here, I don't like them anymore. I don't like cells from below here because here you have this level here and then you have another one. And it's way too close to the zone. Ya las compras de ahí a mí no me interesarían demasiado porque ya estamos muy cerca del nivel. Okay, so even though price can fall really hard, you really don't know how hard because there are many levels in between here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, give me 1 second. Be right back. Vengo ahora. Me dejarle. Vengo acá. Be right back. Oh, you know what? Cancel. Dame escribirlo aquí. What is this? Yes, and we're back. Okay. Sí, puedes hacer la pregunta, brother. Dígame. Enrique, ¿me puede decir, dígame qué pregunta que tiene? Is it possible to send a picture? ¿Cómo así?
Joel, are you listening me?
Yes.
I'm from Brazil. My English not so good, so I'm gonna try to explain my doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If this price on gold broke this level on 5 minutes, on my view, there is a 4 hours top. What do you think about?
4-hour drop?
Top.
Here, you see? This, you mean?
Yeah.
This?
Upper, a little upper. Yeah.
There.
Yes, just like that.
Yeah.
Is it a problem for this buy or?
Yes, it could. Everything could happen, right? But so this is how I see it. If you go by that, always you're gonna have an issue with a trade, right? So you typically what I like to do is I go based on the structures and the probabilities of that thing going in my favor. So for example, this thing about to close, whatever closes, let me see on the 5 minute too. Oh wow, that's far. Freaking thing. Yeah, it could actually reject on the 5 minute as we close above it. But then again, the question becomes, then what? Because we met the level. We didn't meet it the way I wanted it, but we actually met the level. So if you see the setup that you're looking for, then you go for it. You execute with certainty the moment you see that it confirms. And you should be okay with being wrong if you're with for example, if this is a buy, like I said earlier, if this is a buy, this is a bullish trend. We have 1 and 2 supports, nice supports to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. On the 5 minute, 50 minute, even 30 minute. 30 minute not there yet, but 50 minute good enough. Actually, 50 minute looks quite nice. Look, this is the weak fill, and this is the limit. So if you execute it here a buy, like I said, then that's okay for you. If that's your setup and you win most of the time, that makes sense, because anything that looks like a buy on a bullish market should be good idea. Like, it's a good idea. Anything that looks like a buy in the bullish market should be always a better idea than anything that looks like a sell. So anything that looks like a sell, like this, has to be really confirmed. So for this one, I agree with you that you could see a rejection here just because in the past we tapped many times into it. But then again, you have to ask yourself, have we tapped the higher time frame level here? No, we haven't. We literally tapped once, tapped into the zone, but not necessarily at the limit. Same reason why from here is where I would look for buys, right? So if you execute this one and you execute early, you have enough space to be wrong, like I always say. If not, then you have to wait for the closures and all of that. And then here, what we dropped before, we don't have a closure yet, see? So you still don't have the setup. But if I were to have, like if I were executing this, I've seen this enough times to feel confident about it, then I would go for it, which is really what's happening with me. Like, if I see this closing, you see this? So let me go on the higher time frame now, not 5 minutes. If I see this thing 30 minutes, we are quite there, right? We're about to close the 30 minute. If I see this 30-minute closing above here, honestly, the probabilities of this coming up again are way higher than the probabilities of this falling. So you have to go with what the market is telling you real time. If this is a intraday, right? And honestly, this looks, as we close above here, this really looks nice for the buy continuation. Nice, really nice. There's no question about it. Look at this. We said 7, right? Yeah. Yeah. This, look. And now we're having the trespass to the level. Look. So this wouldn't bother me so much if the price at the moment is telling me something else, right? So because like I said, if you follow that, that happened to me a lot, by the way, brother. Like I used to not execute because then, oh, but you see here they did this before, and what if that happens? Well, I mean, go by what the price is telling you right now, and you should have no problem with that. So if you're looking for the confirmation on the 30-minute or the 50-minute, you're about to have it. Look. Not to mention, this is a setup that I used to take a lot here live. Right, this one. This setup right here, I used to take it a lot, and I won most of the time. Many times I won this one. This setup right here, that's a setup to continue buys. And I won it many times. This one right here at the break of this, even without waiting for the closure of the 30-minute, the moment you have this against a level, the moment you close this. But if you want a better one, you wait for the closure, even better. So if this one closes above here and you wait for a wick to come here down, and you even grab a better entry like around here or whatever, here should be the entry. If this closes up, this comes here, stop loss right below here, this setup is a high probability one if I were looking for anything. What time is it? But it's about to be 11, so you see that setup right here, this setup right here, this setup is perfect for 6:45, 7, all the way up to NY open. After NY open, it's a little bit more volatile because between 10:30 and 11, NYSE tends to do backflips. Backflips is what it tends to flip harder before continuing going up. But the setup is still there, by the way. So I'm not backtracking this. This setup is still there. As we close here, 3 minutes away. This closure here at the 30-minute, if the candle after this closure comes like back inside of here, this entry, there's a high probability it plays out. Look, even the 5-minute is giving you the kind of like the closure above. So now you just have to wait for this to well, man, you need I would wait for the 30-minute at this point. It's just 3 minutes away. That's what I would do. But then the other thing is, even the 5-minute, I think, is about to give you maybe a clean setup. Because look at this. This is what we talked about. This is the resistance. This is the new resistance. And if you see any candle wicks coming down to here and rejecting with big wicks against this area, that's also a confirmation for a setup on the 5-minute. So you pretty much you are about to have setup for both time frames, 30 and 5, but not yet. I don't see it yet on the 30. That's the only one I would be waiting for. So you wait for this closure up here, and if it closes above here, anything that retraces down to here should be a good entry. But yeah, I see your point about this being the resistance from where it could continue dropping on the 4-hour, based on what we said earlier about the correction. But then again, like I said, just try to keep it with what the market is telling you at the moment. I would wait for this closure. This closure would be important to me, if it is going to be above or below. And yes, if is it possible to send a picture? Brother, you can send a picture, of course. Why didn't you? Wait for confirmations. Wait for confirmation. Right now, the market's still bullish. So keep that in mind. The market's still bullish. Now, I am waiting personally a visit down to this limit if I wanted to go with a buy entry. And if 11 a.m. gives that setup, comes here, and I see price coming up again up to here, even myself, I might just because I'm waiting for that setup to happen for the rest of the day. But if it doesn't happen, then if this price sticks inside of here, you know what? I'm not gonna take it because I have to keep my I have to give my discipline. So, but still, that's what I would be looking for. But it's 11. By the way, that those type of setups play out way better pre and Y, to be honest. So at this point, I think the move was this one that we just the one that I catched earlier here. Later today, confirmations above here should be fairly easy, to be honest, all the way up to here. And honestly, this is what I would expect if price. So if price breaks above here again today, by end of day, I think we're gonna have this visit up here. This is what I think, based on what I've seen in the past. If we do not get out of here or we get below here, I will leave price alone because then I don't know how far we can correct to. So I would actually not sell this. I sold this because of all the things that were happening real time, COMEX push, high volume session, rebase, and blah, 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 all of that. But below here, I wouldn't feel so good about selling below here necessarily, honestly. There's way too much traffic to the left. And this is not even a major time. Like, this is not a major daily zone at this moment. This one, look, this is a beautiful one. This one is, but then for this one, you actually need one, that visit that you just mentioned. Yeah, for this one, you actually needed that visit up. So if we're going to continue coming down, now that makes sense. So yeah, I wouldn't touch it. So that's it. I wouldn't trade this because this, look, didn't close above. So I don't have my setup here, not for the continuation buy. So it's over. Thanks. Really good call. Waiting for the 30-minute to close. Hey Maria, how's it going? Look, 30-minute closure, awful. Not above. I mean, not awful, but not above. So I'm not interested. Now, I would actually wait. Now, I would actually expect price to visit. So now my bias is towards this level here than this level here. Like my bias now inside of this range. Now, here is where you really are just BSing anybody inside of this range because this is a range officially. So anybody telling you what's going to happen inside of here is BSing. Now, the probability is based on the lower time frame is that this visit here is about to happen. But I wouldn't, like, that's so, probabilities of this happening are so not in my purview of what I trade that I wouldn't take it. But I can see it. I can see how this became right now a really high probability of doing this. Now, from here is what I don't know what the heck is about to happen. If this is gonna hold and reject or break below, but and I don't like I said, it would be BS of me to say that I'm so sure that I would sell this. So I wouldn't trade at all, and that's it. And you have to know that there are days that you're not gonna trade. The day that you force a trade is the day where you're gonna lose. Most likely, not only lose, but you most likely will lose profits from the day before, and then now you're playing yourself because now all the effort you played the day before because you were following a plan, you weren't chasing trades, you weren't forcing trades. Now you missed a whole 2 days because now you missed today and you lost yesterday's profits, and now you're in a worse position because you were forcing trades. So if I don't see the setup, I do not take the setup, period. And I don't see the setup. Even if I feel like this has all the probabilities of visiting down here and tapping into the area that I just said here, 1852, I wouldn't sell this. Even if we fell really hard this morning and all of this, this is a counter trend sell inside of a range zone. So done with that. I wouldn't take this. I don't know. And look, it really does look tempting after this major wick. Look at the 15-minute. That's such a massive rejection that the probabilities of here falling from here to here are so high that I would be tempted to do that. But if it is not mine, I wouldn't do it. So that's why. Now, I will repeat this 1,000 times. My way of trading doesn't have to be yours. I know for a fact, actually, let me go look. I'm in many groups. I know for a fact there's a friend of mine most likely took this sell right here because he also does that kind of things. Let me see. Most likely he took that sell. Yeah, I don't see in none of the groups. Okay, so maybe he didn't take it. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're falling. Look at that. You see what I said? That price coming up didn't make much sense to me. So this is, maybe I can explain myself better. The reason why I wouldn't buy here to hold if I were to do anything, here it was when I saw it, is because we haven't tapped into the limit of the zone, which is down below here. Remember, I said it many times. Now we're back into the zone, and now we're about to go into that level that I wanted. Now from here would make sense for price from here if we tap yet again here. Remember, we said that many times. From a tap from here and a rejection that closes above here. Look at the 15-minute. Any time frame should confirm. Look, 30-minute, 1 hour. Look, every single time frame. Every single time frame. Anything that closes every single time frame, even the 5-minute. Anything that taps into here, closes back above this level here, 1852 point. Okay, so this is 1853 officially. Anything that taps into here and closes back above, this is 53, would make way more sense to buy from. To me, in my eyes, based on context. There you go. Look, to perfection, every single time frame came tapped here, closed above here when it wanted to go up. Now, this one looks like a sell at this particular moment. All of here that I'm looking at, this setup here looks more like it doesn't even want to hold this level and just wants to keep falling. That's how it looks like. But if this happens, a tap here, closure below, closure above this zone again, formation inside of this range, that range by from here would make way more sense. But now we are at 11 a.m. So pretty much everything is out the window for me, meaning I don't even have a setup anymore. But if that were to happen, this thing that just happened right now, if that were to happen like 1 hour earlier, that would have been what I was looking for. And I explained it way before this visit came. Way ahead of time I explained it. And by the way, it was Enrique, right? Enrique, brother. There you go. Enrique, see what Enrique mentioned? It happened. Look, the reaction he was mentioning. So that is another scenario. But you just wait. Oh, so that's a good example of what I keep saying. You don't have to predict. You only have to react, right? So this scenario here, the one from here, if I wanted to sell this, I would have been trying to predict. Now, it happened because Enrique was right, because that level held on a 4-hour structure. So it happened. But we didn't know if it was going to happen because we are on a bullish trend even though we had the fall. So I don't have to do that. If I wanted to sell, maybe I could have sold here as we faked out based on what Enrique said. But then that's the issue. I'm not even looking for sales anymore. I'm done. But I'm more waiting for buy setup. And if they don't happen, I'm not trading, right? Because the better sales for me were right up here. So that's why to me it's easier to trade when I don't have to predict. I only wait the reaction. So what did I say here? Buys about candle closure. I don't see no freaking candle closing above here, right? Same thing here. So I have my rules clear for the day. If I don't meet the rules, I don't trade the day. If I would have woken up later today and I see this, I would have been, okay, you know what? No trade day for me. Now I'm done. and that's good too. Like I said, it's way, way, way worse to take a trade that you're not supposed to take than not to trade, because then you're literally playing yourself, and now you're backtracking 1 or 2 days, and who knows, some people even lose a whole week's profits trying to chase that loss. Never do that. That's the biggest, that's what's gonna make you, like, if you keep doing that, you're never gonna be profitable. Best way to be profitable is you lost, call it a day. Oh, by the way, last night I caught the buy, but also I was having dinner outside in a restaurant, and I was trying to execute like another entry, and I lost because I was forcing, because I was so excited at dinner that I wanted to buy, and so I executed something inside. I don't remember inside of here. I had a nice buy, so I'm okay. But then I lost a little bit of the profits because I was chasing trades when I should not be chasing any trades, because I was supposedly having dinner. So there's that too. Try not to kind of like force trades anywhere. And Friday I lost publicly on the English channel, and I felt good about it because it was a buy entry on a bullish market, and it made sense for me, and I lost it. Okay, Spanish, sorry. So ahora yo perdí el viernes pasado una operación en vivo, me sentí bien porque era una operación en un bullish market, en un mercado alcista. So yo me sentía bien porque la setup se dio, yo tomé la ejecución, so this Spanish stream, I understand every single. Yes. So básicamente todo lo que yo tomo, trato de que sea con la tendencia. Estos counter trends que yo tomo no son siempre, ¿ok? No son siempre. Oh, there's a nice counter trend. Okay. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say before I leave. Now, look, this is what we draw earlier. Remember? Now we have here the visit down to the level. Now it makes more sense if we're gonna continue going up. Now, easy sales for this week. Here, I said it on the live stream. Okay, una venta fácil para esta semana. Lo dije en el live stream. Desde aquí, graben ese nivel. Record this level. 1875. Mark your thing on your MetaTrader, on your trading view. 1875, major important level for the week. Es muy importante este nivel para la semana. Mark it. So, you don't have to sell this limit, okay? No vendan este límite, but wait for a rejection from here without news. If there's no news and you see this rejecting this area here between 1880 and 1875, nice sells from here. This is a nice sell. This one, take profits here, make break even, leave runners. This one, okay, miren, esta venta de aquí, de este nivel, stop loss arriba de esta zona, pero busquen el rechazo, okay? So wait for the rejection. So this is today's swing trade, this week's swing trade sale might be a good idea. Wait for rejections on the lower time frame, higher volume, esperen un rechazo en el time frame más alto, busquen con buen volumen. Super good setup. Super buen setup. Look. Wait. From here. This week. Whatever comes here today, this week, rejects this week. TP here, 50%, move to break even. This could do this. Okay. Esta semana, el precio desde aquí puede ser que se caiga hasta aquí, hasta 19.70. Okay. It doesn't mean it has to, okay? No implica que tiene que hacerlo. It's just a probability of it is really high, okay? So la probabilidad de eso es alta. So you want to be certain. The moment you reject here, should be nice sell down to here, break even, risk-free trade, and hold it as much as you can, okay? Si entras aquí, tomen ganancia aquí, 50%, whatever. Eso es lo que yo haría. That's what I would do. Move to break even, movería esto a break even, y yo lo aguantaría, ¿ok? Lo aguantaría lo más que pudiera todo esto hasta aquí abajo. Muchas probabilidades que visitemos esta zona de aquí abajo. Entre esta semana y la semana que viene, okay? Between this week and next week, if we reject here, there's a really high chance we see this. So I will be taking profits from here, like TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5. So I could do, yo pudiera hacer, por ejemplo, 50% aquí, 50% aquí, and then 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay? That would be a swing sell setup for gold. Really easy one, to be honest. Sería super fácil. Just wait for that rejection here and it should be really nice. But the worst that can happen is you take it, you come here and break even, and you get out of the break even, and this continue going up, and who cares? You won, right? Yep. So that's it. I'm about to, we're 15 minutes away from ending. Okay, so estamos 15 minutos de terminar. Look. Ya vinimos a la visita del nivel. Look, now we had the visit, the other visit that I wanted. I honestly would have preferred a little bit deeper. But if we flip from here, close above here now, look, that would be a beautiful today continuation, which most likely I'm gonna miss. Okay. Esta sería la continuación. Mira esto. So now look at this. Everybody on NYSE just range. Look, this is open. This is 9:30, and we are about to be 11 a.m. range. What that means is, if you don't have a setup inside of here, this was a no trade range for people that didn't have setups for NYSE. So today, if you didn't wake up earlier, you missed a buy from here to here, a sell from here to here, to here, and that's why the early bird gets the worm. Even though I don't like worms, but there you go. So por eso que dicen que el pajarito que se levanta temprano se lleva al gusano. Aunque no me gustan los gusanos. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I don't have to wait for 11 to finish the thing because I don't see the setup. So I think we should be done here. There was no trade for NYC, guys and girls and persons. Ok, aquí no hubo setup para NYC. Fue el range. El que tuvo un setup, bueno, bien por ti, pero there was no setup for me. No había setup para mí, así que ya ustedes saben. So tomorrow is gonna be in English. The other channel, follow the other channel below. Give it a like. Dale un like si te gustó. If you liked it, obviously. Denle like, suscríbanse. Mañana es en inglés, en el canal en inglés. Así que ya ustedes saben, people. Tengan un feliz resto del día. Do not overtrade. Miren, yo me recogí ya. Se acabó mi día por hoy. Me ha ido súper bien, gracias a Dios. Y lo mantengo así. Aún si hubiese perdido, hubiese sido un genial día. El viernes perdí y dije, no importa. Seguimos, lo dejé así. No hice trades. Y mírenlo ahí. Ahí recuperé y estoy arriba, nada más arrancando la semana. So, siempre mantengan la disciplina. Nos vamos a ver con Dios delante el miércoles, la gente en inglés, ¿ok? Hey, Yusuf, my brother. I'll see you tomorrow if you want on the English channel. So everybody en español el miércoles, everybody in English tomorrow in the other channel. Have a great rest of the day.